Hello and welcome, this is Truthify here, and today I'm going to be giving you another commentary here on the 1N Gaming channel. The gameplay you'll be seeing in the background will be a solo 202-6 by 1N Savage on the map Hijacked using the AN-94. So if we can hit 120 likes for this video, that would be greatly appreciated by me and the rest of 1N. And for today, I'm going to be giving you a commentary topic of a life story. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you probably would have already heard this story, but I'm sure that most of you haven't heard it. So this was set back when I was in year 7, which I'm not exactly sure like what the conversions are between like Australia and America, but in the UK, year 7 is, I think it's 11 and 12. Don't quote me on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's 11 and 12 when you're in year 7. So in the UK, when you have your lunch, you generally sit in your own classrooms where you do your work and stuff like that. And we were sitting in our classroom just eating our lunch, but it was one of them days where everything found funny. I'm not sure if you've had this situation with your friends and that, but pretty much something would happen and it'd be really funny and that, and then even the smallest of things everyone would just find super funny. And it was one of these days, and one of my friends, everyone was just acting really weird this day for some reason, but one of my friends, at the time, he was 5'11", but at the moment he's 6'6" or something like that, and we're only 16 years old. But at the time, he was around about 5'11", 5'10", and he randomly jumps up and headbutts this window behind him. How our classrooms were set, there was 3 classrooms in our year group, but it was connected to a corridor, and there was glass windows that you could look into the corridor. And he was sitting right next to it. Well, our entire table was sitting right next to it, but he was the closest to the window. So he jumps up and headbutts it, and everyone just found that funny. But it was one of them things where we told him to do it again, and it's one of them mistake kind of things. We told him to do it again, he turns around, jumps up, headbutts it, and the crack in the window just appears. And this is going to sound quite disgusting, but when I first hit that laughter, a huge bit of snot that came flying down my face. I know it sounds disgusting, I'm sorry, but that is what happened. And I was crying, literally. It was the most funniest thing I had ever seen in my entire life. His face was absolutely priceless, to say the least. And everyone in the classroom looks over with shock, everyone that wasn't on our table. The people on our table, we were smashing our heads against the table. It was too funny. We literally couldn't live with ourselves. It was so funny that I wasn't exactly sure what to do with myself, and I just felt like killing myself. It was so funny. And then the teacher walks down the corridor, looks through the window, and then kind of realizes what she'd actually seen. So she double takes on what she saw and realised she's seen the window and it's how it's got a crack in it. So she comes smashing into the classroom, giving it beef and stuff, asking what had exactly happened. And obviously everyone just puts the blame on our table. Well, it was our table, but they felt like a little bit snitched, to be fair, because they literally just didn't say anything. It was they did it, and we're oh, sorry, thanks for that one. And yeah, so that was what happened. And then we actually had to kind of confess that it was me and 2 other people, and then the kid who actually headbutted it, because we were the ones who told him to do it again. And that was kind of the fair bit. But the annoying thing is for the people that weren't actually involved with it, they had to write a letter to say, I'm sorry for being immature, or whatever it was. And the entire class had to eat their lunch in complete silence for 2 weeks, which I think was quite unfair for them ones. But I think it was quite fair, to be fair, for the people like us who, we may have done something like that, but it was it's 2 weeks of sitting in silence, and we had to sit in the head teacher's office, or whatever you'd call it in America, if it's the president's office, I think it's something like that. But we had to sit in there for 2 weeks and eat our lunch in dead silence, and it was pretty bad. We weren't allowed to go out to break or anything like that, and it wasn't the most fun thing, to say the least. The thing is though, that me and the 3 people that told him to do it again, we actually got exactly the same punishment as the kid who actually done that, which I think was a little bit unfair, for the plain factor that we didn't really do too much. If we told him to jump off a cliff, would he do it? Would that mean that we are, if we told someone to jump off a cliff, he done it? Does that make us mean that we should go to prison as much as he should? Wait, I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, and that was pretty much the end of the story. There wasn't too much else to it, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to be trying to do lots more live stories on the channel. I've definitely got quite a few that I need to think of. I've got a lot of stories on my plate that I haven't really told on my own channel. And I always need to remember, literally my life, in the first 12 years of my life, was absolutely crazy. There was so much stuff going on. But for some reason now, when I'm 16, and it's not really having much impact, and I can't really remember too much of it, which is one of the annoying things. Because I remember, I used to be able to tell loads of my friends and stuff, and we'd be walking down the street and we're telling each other stories and that. But nowadays, I can't really remember what funny things that happened when in my childhood. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the commentary for today. And as I said that, I just remembered a funny story that I'll tell you in the next video. But yeah, if we can hit 125 likes, that'll be absolutely crazy. Honestly, I'd love to see all the support. And if you could drop a comment as well, give me some constructive feedback on how I can improve the commentaries. And if you have any ideas on what we could do for the channel, that'll be amazing for Pat. So yeah, I'll speak to you in my next commentary, and I'm out. Peace.